I have been dreading making this review video. Why? Because one, this is a very important book and I want to do it justice. And two, I don't feel like I'm qualified enough to do justice to this book. So, this is my second take. Like, I tried recording something before this and it was not going well. So I'm just gonna talk about my experience with this book. So the book I'm talking about is Molka by Monika Kim. I got this out from NetGalley last month and I finished reading it in one sitting. So it's under 300 pages, but still it was so engrossing and it just sucked me in. Monica Kim is this horror author whose debut book, The Eyes Are the Best Part, took the internet by a storm. It was a breakout hit. Everyone was raving about it. I haven't read the book yet. I was hoping to read it this year, but before I could read it, I saw that Molka was on NetGalley and I requested it and I got the book surprisingly. The word Molka in Korean means spy cameras that are installed illegally, obviously illegally, in women's washrooms, gyms, motel rooms to capture women in their most vulnerable, intimate, private moments and just, like share them on the internet and share it with other creeps and just take advantage, exploit women. So according to Monica Kim in her author's note, this is something that has been going around in South Korean society since the 1990s. And very surprisingly, or not so surprisingly, the authorities, they don't have enough laws in place to protect these women or like um punish these perpetrators. The book follows this early 20s woman, Daye. She works in this corporate office. She is sort of seeing this older rich guy, like he's in his late 20s, 29 most probably, and she feels that it's like a fairy tale whirlwind romance, like they are sneaking around and the guy is taking her to expensive places, buying her dresses, but also kind of making her take part in different activities that is making her uncomfortable, but she feels that like, one, because this guy is so sweet to her the most of the time they are together, that like she has to do these things for this guy, and also she feels that she doesn't deserve to be happy in life, like she doesn't deserve nice things in life because of something that happened the past, some trauma that she went through, and that has made her self-esteem so low that she's like, okay, this guy is giving me so much attention, I have to keep him in my life at any cost, no matter how many red flags I'm seeing. So that is Daye. And the guy she's seeing is Hyuk Jun. He is the son of some rich businessman CEO. On the surface, he's very sweet, charming, and the perfect guy for her. Something happens. She finds out that one of their intimate moments in a hotel room was recorded by some spy camera and shared online, and this leads to a huge scandal. The guy Hyukjun, he's like, my dad is pressuring me to like leave the country and go to New York until the scandal goes away basically. So I'll be gone, but I'll still think about you, like I'll come back for you and stuff like that, and basically leaves Daye to fend for herself. And Dahi basically goes into this depressive cycle. She leaves her job, and her parents kick her out, and she's basically like destitute. Also, parallelly, there's this guy in Daya's office in the IT department who is a creeping pervert. Like, he has wired the entire building with spy cameras in women's washrooms, and he spies on women. For some reason, he grows fond of Daye, and he starts building all this, like fairy tale fantasies in his mind about how Daye will fall in love with him and stuff like that. And basically, he starts stalking her. Yeah, like Daye, she has a best friend. I forgot her name. Her best friend takes her in, and then Daye gets to know things about the scandal, some hard to swallow information that her friend tells her, and she tries to, go to the authority, do the right thing, get a justice, but nothing gets done because the police, they're like, we can't do anything about this. We need concrete proof. You don't have concrete proof. All you have is speculation, and we can't do shit based on speculation. And also, we get to know that Daye, she had something happen in the past, and she is sort of carrying the guilt around it. And slowly, it feels like she is losing her mind. She starts seeing stuff that is not there, and basically the things she starts seeing, they kind of tell her that you need to take justice in your own hands if you're not getting it from the authorities. So that is basically the story. So we get two POVs, and you basically get to know the story from these both POVs. And Jun Young's POV will make your skin crawl. Like, you will want to commit arson or homicide after reading his like POV. That is, I get it. Monica K wanted us to feel, you know, repulsed at how these guys feel entitled to women's bodies and women autonomy. Like, they want to control the women in their life, the women around them, in any way possible. Like, and they feel that, it is their right, that the thing that they're doing, it is their right, that women deserve what is happening to them, the women deserve the violence committed against them. And the reason that these guys, like, feel so entitled, they become like this, is probably because of the rape culture that they are growing up in. Because since they are kids, they are being told that, you are a man, you should be like this. These are women, women should be doing these things for you. Most men have this attitude, this entitlement, that women should be doing things for them, should cater to them in every way possible. Now, it depends in intensity. Like, some men will be the stereotypical misogynist, rapist, villain that you see in stories like Jun Young or Hyuk Jun. But most men that you see around you, they have this notion deep within them that they are entitled to things, and women should be providing it for them. Since this is a fiction, since this is a horror book, Monica Kim has taken all those insidious, internalized misogyny, internalized entitlement, and everything, and she has exaggerated them. So, Jun Young is this, the creepiest creep you'll ever find, and it is easy to hate him because he's so obviously evil, like, he's so obviously bad. But what about this other guy, Hyukjin? He looks like he is perfect on paper, but is he? Because the way he feels entitled to Daye's body, Daye's time, like everything about Daye, that you feel that Jun Young and Hyukjun, they are the two sides of the same coin. And later we get to know, later when the reveal happens, both the men are as bad. Like they are the same kind of evil. Like they are the two faces of the same coin of evil. So no matter how civilized someone looks, no matter how charming someone can be, how nice someone seems, how thoughtful someone seems, there is always a possibility that inside they're not that good. Like they are thinking the worst things about you, and if they get the opportunity, if they can get away with it, they will do the worst kind of shit to you. So yeah, I might sound angry and bitter because I am angry and bitter because this book is showing me a reality that I have faced personally in India. Basically, the rotten core of society is the same. So yeah, I'm angry. So another thing that I thought of is that the notion of Daya thinking that she is living the best life and she is having this whirlwind romance with Yukjun, it is kind of subverting the key drama trope of the millionaire CEO, older boyfriend, and the Cinderella girl, the girl next door, the plain girl who gets picked by this man or something like that, and having a perfect life, and this guy doing everything for you or something like that. So Monica came, so what's that trope? And yeah, the book, the only reason I did not find it to be a perfect book because I went in with the expectation that it was gonna be very gory, very violent, but it was a very, like, the beginning, the first half was kind of slow. Like it is like slow according to the standards of female rage books, but I didn't find it boring or anything like that. Like you are seeing how Daye, how enmeshed she is in this, like shit of society and everything, and she's not seeing the red flags in Yokjun or something like that. And you can see the red flags, and you're like, girl, like, just wake up. But then you're realizing that she's only 20 or 21, like, she hasn't had enough life experiences combined with her past trauma. She thinks that she does not deserve good things in life. So when someone is doing the bare minimum for her, she's like basically love bombing her. So she's like, obviously she's blinded by the love bombing. So you can't blame her either. So you are seeing this train wreck happening in real life and you can't do anything about it but be fascinated by it, and you can't just look away or something like that. So the first half is like that, which I really liked. The supernatural stuff and the horror stuff starts, like, it gets amped up after the big reveal and all that. And I was expecting the ending to be more drawn out, more violent, more bloody, more gory, but it was not like that. Which at that time kind of disappointed me because I went into it expecting, like female rage in all its, like glory or something like that. Based on my expectations from what people were saying about her first book, that it's very, like weird and gory and all that. So I was expecting weirdness and goriness. There is some weirdness, there is some goriness, but not what I was expecting. But the more I sat with the book, the more I thought about it, I felt that the ending that happened that was not cathartic in the sense that, like the bad guys are getting their, just desserts or something like that. But it's this quite kind of ending that shows us that there is still hope. We can take down this oppressive system, this rape culture, not in one go, but piece by piece. Like, it's not gonna happen in one day. It's a systemic thing. It's gonna take time, but it's not gonna be flashy. It's not gonna be explosive, but it's gonna be quiet. It's gonna happen. And also, there was some kind of a poetic justice to the way the ending happened. It made sense. In the moment, I was like expecting too much and I was disappointed. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. So that's Molka by Monica Kim. I know I ranted a lot in this video. I really wanted to get my word out. Like, Indian society, when it comes to misogyny and sexism and all these, like violence against women and all that, it's not very different from South Korea. So, yeah, that's my review of Molka by Monica Kim. It's coming out on 28th April. Do pick it up if you like horror that tackles female rage in a very brutal and relatable way. And that's it. That's my review. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.